What's going on, everybody? C4 here today with another unveiling of my Madden 18, Madden 17 rosters. And we'll be taking a look at the Denver Broncos, a team that's trying to get back to once their former Super Bowl glory. Do they have the quarterback upgrades necessary? You will find out. And, with this whole big process of unveiling my rosters, I'm always looking for suggestions. So if you're a diehard Broncos fan and you agree or, severely disagree with a certain overall, please feel free to let me know in the comment section below. I've already, for example, for the Ravens, we had a couple that people wanted me actually to downgrade. They thought I overvalued some players, and I upgraded. So I'm staying with the Buffalo Bills. I'll stay and put on the Eagles. But again, I'm always looking to try to make the best rosters possible. So feel free to shoot in there. I'll release these rosters for free to everybody at 35,000 subscribers, so spread the word on social media. And what these rosters are, updated rosters, my personal ratings, draft, free agency, things to hold you over until Madden 18 comes over. Or if you don't want to make the transition to the new Madden game, you can just use these rosters. If you want a more in-depth spiel, just check out the very first episode, which was the Philadelphia Eagles, where I go in-depth for like 3 minutes explaining everything about these rosters. So, without further ado, jumping in with the Denver Broncos, we gave quarterback TREVOR SIEMIAN a 76 overall. I gave him the lead dog. He's the lead dog right now. Even though I personally like Paxton Lynch as a quarterback more. SIEMIAN went 8-6 last year, 3,400 passing yards, 18 touchdowns, 10 picks. I mean, you saw some signs of maybe a less mobile Alex Smith. In terms of a pocket passer, SIEMIAN's maybe could be a game manager. A team could build around him and not really, put it on his shoulders to win a game, or maybe he can win you a game or two, but he's not going to be that quarterback that will be able to get in shootouts. He's going to be a guy that can coast you to the victory line as long as your running game and defense get it done. And clearly the run game struggled immensely for the Denver Broncos last season, be it the offensive line and the inability for the running backs to stay healthy. But I think SIEMIAN's not bad, but there certainly is going to be a QB battle on between SIEMIAN and Paxton Lynch, their first-round draft pick. I thought Paxton Lynch looked like he was a raw prospect coming out of Memphis, but I think there is still plenty of upside there. That was going to be a QB battle to watch, so we gave Lynch a 72. And then we got Chad Kelly, Mr. Irrelevant, with a 64 overall. I wouldn't be surprised to see in 2018, maybe a guy like Chad Kelly can make a push for the starting gig. He was really, really good at Ole Miss, obviously as the off-field baggage, but I really like that pick from the Denver Broncos for a team. There's a lot of uncertainty at that quarterback spot, so I like that pick. We gave him a 64. Jump to the running backs, Jamaal Charles, new signing. If he stays healthy, you figure 86 about where he's at. I mean, the Madden rosters has been 89, and he hasn't played football in like seeming 2 years. So I feel 85, 86, somewhere around there was fair for Jamaal Charles. It's going to be a really wait-and-see process. We gave C.J. Anderson an 83 overall. I firmly believe that when healthy, C.J. Anderson is one of the most underrated starting backs in the NFL today. He only had 7 games last year, had 437 yards, 4 touchdowns, pretty much had double the amount yard per game than Devontae Booker. So I think C.J. Anderson might not want to be giving up that starting running back gig too easy to Jamaal Charles. We gave Booker, who did look fairly impressive for a rookie, had 877 total yards from scrimmage and 5 touchdowns, but he had 4 fumbles, had some issues, so I felt like 75 is about appropriate. Juwan Thompson, 71, and Zach Brooks with a 70. Jump to the fullback, we have Andy Janovich, who was, obviously it's a dying position, was the best rookie fullback. We gave him an 82. We did a couple big plays. I think he scored like the first rushing touchdown or something like that of the season last year. Beast from the fullback spot. But yeah, he's good, 82. Jump to the wide receivers, we gave Emmanuel Sanders and Demaryius Thomas both 87 overalls. I mean, I think both these guys are starting to hit that, like, all right, I'm a speed guy, and I'm getting older. So if you're, I think an underrated need for the Broncos was to get younger at the wide receiver position in this year's draft. And they got a very nice prospect we'll talk about a little bit later. But both Sanders and Thomas made the Pro Bowl. I mean, the fact that they get down to like the 4th and 5th alternates, I think it's not really that much of an accolade anymore, but not bad years by any means for either guy. We give Emmanuel Sanders with the first 87. He finished with 79 catches for 132 yards and 5 touchdowns. Demaryius Thomas, 87, had 90 catches for 183 yards and 5 touchdowns. Again, I think quarterback play may have hindered their stat lines. There's still plenty of upside for both these guys, but I felt 87 is about appropriate for both of them. We gave Marlon Brown 71, Betty Fowler 71, draft pick Carlos Henderson, who I like, and certainly should compete to get that 3rd wide receiver spot at 69, because he was like, what, a 3rd, 4th round pick. Cody Latimer 68, Isaiah McKenzie, another late round draft pick at 65, and Jordan Taylor, the man with the luscious locks, a 65. Jump to the tight end spot, we gave Virgil Green a 75. Not a bad tight end. Athletic, who improved as a run blocker while Julius Thomas was there. Still, nothing spectacular. I thought they Drafted a great versatile guy that maybe the best value pick in the draft. But for Virgil Green, 22 catches, 237 yards, and a touchdown. Felt 75 is about appropriate. 74 for Jeff Herman. 74 for Jake Butt. I think they got Jake Butt in the 5th round, which is excellent value. If he didn't get injured in their bowl game, he'd easily, in my opinion, be the number 2 tight end behind O.J. Howard. And maybe in some people's teams and schemes would have looked over O.J. Howard. So debatably, they got the best tight end in the draft in the 5th round for a team that I felt needed to address the tight end position. So this was an excellent pick. We'll give him a 74, assuming he can bounce back fully healthy. 72 for Derby, 60 for Henry Krieger Coble, and 74 for the long snapper Casey Crater. Left tackle Garrett Bowles, our first round pick at number 20. We give him a 74. I felt, offensive lineman in this year's draft class was kind of tough to judge, but it seems like the going rate for you guys, at least in the comment section below, is you want every first round draft pick to be at least a 74 overall. I guess I was lowballing him a little bit. So Bowles, who I think is a better right tackle than left tackle. A lot of people are assuming he will start at left tackle. So we give him a 74 overall. Donald Stevenson, 67. Left guard Ron Leary, the nice free agency signing from the Denver Broncos, an 84. Very good guard. I like that free agency signing. McGovern, 66. At center, Matt Paradis, a 91 overall last year for Pro Football Focus. I think he was like 89.6, like top 3 center in the NFL. So 91, excellent. I think he might be the 2nd or 3rd highest overall center in my roster, so he's a monster. Ferentz, 64. Right guard Max Garcia, my lovely Florida Gator. I think he got a 73 from Pro Football Focus, so we give him a 74 overall. Nothing special, just decent. Schofield, the a.k.a. Prison Break, 72. Turner, 68. And at right tackle, I don't know who's officially going to start there. Sambrello's a little bit younger. We gave him a 72. But they did bring in Watson, who had some starting snaps for the Raiders last year with a 73. But that is going to be a battle there at the right tackle position. Left defensive end, Derek Wolfe. We gave him an 81 overall last year. Derek Wolfe, let's get his stats up here so I can... 14 starts, he had 4 pass deflections, 5.5 sacks, and just shy of 50 total tackles. That's not bad. I mean, it's tough for 3-4 defensive ends to really have godly numbers. So I think 81's about fair. They got DeMarcus Walker in the 2nd round. I thought that was a little bit of a reach, but it's still a 69 overall. I'm a big fan of DeMarcus Walker. I think he's pretty much as pro-ready as anyone could be, and he should get some meaningful snaps as a rookie for the Broncos. At right defensive end, Jarrett Crick, 72 overall. This guy here has just been a solid placeholder in the NFL. I think he's going to be, he's just not a flashy guy. Not terrible, not bad. 15 starts last year. He had 3 sacks and 50 tackles. So maybe could give him 70, a bump on him, slight bump to maybe this like a 74, somewhere around there. But I don't know if there's going to be a lot of people coming to his aid saying I need to raise him up. Edie Bali, 69, and Adam Goetze, 66. Defensive tackle, we got Pecco from the Cincinnati Bengals, 74. This is kind of a position you can clearly see they need to work at here. They got Zach Kerr, who's defensive end. I think he will be probably a defensive tackle in their scheme after he spent some time with the Colts, 73. And Kyle Pecco, no relation, with a 64. But D-tackle is fairly weak, and they might struggle against the run. But the 2 defensive ends are fairly serviceable against the run, for sure. Left side linebacker, we gave Von Miller 97 overall. He's a monster. There's no other way to put it. 3 pass deflections, 3 forced fumbles, 13.5 sacks, and almost 80 total tackles last year. I think he is the highest overall left outside linebacker. Maybe there's a guy in Oakland that might have a slightly higher, but Von was a beast last year. Even though he got the nerdy glasses, he's a monster. Shaq Barrett, 81. Low-key, like a guy that's... maybe that could be a little bit lower, but the potential here, everyone regards him as one of the top depth linebackers in the NFL. Maybe we could get that like a 77, 78, somewhere around there. But I'll keep it as 81, just to be generous. Maybe I lowball Jarrett Crick, so this will compensate it a little bit. And we have Dora, 57. Middle linebacker, Brandon Marshall, we'll give him an 86. This man loves to take knees during the anthem, but he's a very solid middle linebacker for the games he played. 10 starts last year, 3 pass deflections, and just shy of 50 tackles. When healthy, he's very solid. Todd Davis filled in, gave him a 79 overall. I think his stats are more a product of, kind of taking over for Brandon Marshall there, but he definitely was very good. 15 starts, he had 3 pass deflections, half a sack, and just shy of 100 tackles. So 79 I felt was somewhat appropriate for a guy that certainly is trending in the upward direction. Nelson, 66, and Zaire Anderson, 60. Right outside linebacker, Shane Ray, we gave him an 81. Led the 2nd on the team in sacks. He started 8 official games, obviously in a rotation there with old man DeMarcus Ware. 8 sacks, just shy of 50 tackles. I think 81's about fair for a guy that is certainly much like Todd Davis, trending in the upward direction for the defense here of the Broncos. That's what they need to do, man. They need to continue to be very solid on defense to have any chance of winning, I feel. Because everything else is kind of work in progress, especially the offensive line. But I think Shane Ray's 81's both fair. I could maybe go up a couple points. I feel good with 81. Jump to the secondary. Chris Harris and Talib, the best quarterback pairing in the NFL, in my opinion. We give Harris a 95, Talib a 94. Chris Harris last season had 2 picks, 11 pass deflections, a forced fumble, and 60 tackles. Aqib Talib here had 13 starts after he shot himself in the goddamn leg. He still got 3 picks, still got 12 pass deflections, and just shy of 50 tackles. He's getting up there in age a little bit, starting to slow down, but I don't think there's a better tandem in the NFL. Bradley Roby, we gave a 79 overall last year. Bradley Roby, 2 picks, 2 pick sixes, 8 pass deflections, a sack, and 40 tackles. I think, you know, I don't know why they're not trying to trade him. Obviously, they want to keep all their pieces here in the secondary, but I think a guy like Bradley Roby, you may be able to fetch an offensive lineman or 2. Cornerback is incredibly hard. Like, I think he should be a dude that's on the trade block. I don't know, maybe Bronco fans can say they've been trying to trade him, but I think that is too good of a value to, you know, where your team's still technically in a win-now mode, it seems. You know, maybe get a better piece. Maybe get a, you know, like I said, offensive lineman, a tight end if Jake Butt doesn't pan out. But, you know, he's still a beast here while we're talking for the Denver Broncos. 69 for Doss, 65 for the rookie Brandon Langley from Lamar, formerly of Georgia. And Nixon here with a 60. Free safety Darian Stewart, we gave him an 83 overall last year. He had 3 picks, 6 pass deflections, a forced fumble, and almost 70 total tackles. So he's a very solid, serviceable. Nothing flashy about him, but he's not bad. Justin Simmons waiting, the rookie, had a very impressive season for a rookie. We gave him a 76 overall. Last year, Simmons only had 3 starts, but he had 2 picks, 4 pass deflections, a sack, and just shy of 25 tackles. So I think there's plenty of upside there for Justin Simmons, who was, you know, kind of came in as a height, weight, speed guy and got some good production last year for the Broncos. And a strong safety, TJ Ward, we gave him an 83, finished with 60, 70, just over 80 tackles, a sack, 8 pass deflections, 3 forced fumbles, and a pick. Again, another guy, you know, known for his big hitting ability, still can make plays. Even though he's getting up there in age a little bit, getting a little long in the tooth, but still is a very good, strong safety. We got Parks with a 70 and Murphy with a 69. We got Brandon McManus, one of the biggest legs in the league with an 85, and Riley Dixon, you know, I guess was the best rookie punter last season, 77. So there you go, guys. Those are your Madden 18, Madden 17 rosters. As always.